What if I told you that almost everything you've been told about dog training has been a lie? That the true path to understanding and shaping your dog's behavior isn't through dominance or bribery through treats, that it instead lies in the delicate balance of communication, understanding, and leadership? What if you discovered that the key to your dog's behavior is not a mystery, it's a science? Welcome to this journey into the heart of dog behavior. Born from years of experience and countless hours of research, this book is more than a simple training guide. It's a beacon for those lost in the sea of conflicting information about dog training, a beacon that points towards a path of understanding and harmony. In these pages you'll journey alongside a fictional character named Emily, a woman at her wit's end with a dog that society had given up on. Through her eyes you'll see the world of dog behavior in a new light. You'll learn about the science behind every growl, bark, and wagging tail, and how understanding this science can help you shape your dog's behavior. This is not a book about quick fixes or miracle cures. It's about a paradigm shift in the way we view our canine companions. It's about moving away from old, harmful methods of training and embracing a new, practical approach without the dependence on treats. Most importantly, it's about opening our hearts and minds to truly understand our dogs and helping them become the best they can be. So, are you ready to uncover the truth about dog training? Are you ready to change your dog's behavior as well as your own mindset? If so, then buckle up. This journey may be challenging, yet I promise you, it will be worth it. George Tran, Dog Behaviorist. Prelude.
Quitting my job to save dogs was the best thing I ever did. My name is Emily. For years, my life was on what felt like a never-ending treadmill. Every day was a repetition of the same complaints, the same thankless work. I was a store manager at a major grocery retailer, a job that I had come to loathe. It paid the bills, and for a long time that had been enough. Then, one day, I met him. He was strong, handsome, and intelligent. His unwavering loyalty was endearing, and I found solace in his quiet company during those cold winter months. He was everything a girl could ever dream of. His name was Buddy, my mixed-breed mutt. He wasn't just a dog, he was my dog, a living, breathing symbol of my decision to finally break free from my monotonous life and pursue my dream of working with dogs. Join me and Buddy as we navigate the ups and downs of dog behavior and discover along the way that sometimes the biggest transformations come on 4 legs. Chapter 1. I quit. They say that you die spiritually at 25 and your body just takes the rest of your days to finish the job. It happened to me. I had given up hope, just living on autopilot. I was a zombie, merely going through the motions. At 6 in the morning, my alarm jolted me awake with the strains of Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. My day had begun, again. I dragged myself out of bed, dressed and prepared to face another day of monotony, to deal with thankless, rude and angry customers. As a child, having a dog was out of the question. My mother forbade it. When you can look after yourself, only then can you consider bringing a child or a dog into this house, she'd firmly stated. My mother, hardened by life, and I, the dreamer, rarely saw eye to eye. Once I graduated, I moved from one job to another, each one more uninspiring than the last. When I met Ryan, I was young and naive, young and stupid more like. Ryan was everything I thought I wanted. Cocky, confident, flashy, and I thought he wanted me. More precisely, he wanted a maid. His controlling nature slowly morphed into abuse, and when I tried to break free, it only got worse. Yes, hindsight is 20/20, and I learned that lesson the hard way. As I drove to work, the lyrics of Don't Stop Believin' echoed through my mind, refusing to be silenced. At a red light, I found myself humming along, lost in the melody when it occurred to me, when did I stop believing? When did I stop believing in my dreams, in my potential? When did I let the dreams of that innocent, hopeful girl be replaced by the harsh realities of my dull, uninspiring life? This wasn't how I envisioned my life at 29. In that moment, sitting in my car, the traffic lights blinking in the early morning haze, I felt a deep, resounding frustration. My life was a series of compromises, decisions made out of necessity rather than desire. I hate my life, I thought. The words hit me with a surprising intensity. The routine, the monotony, the endless cycle of dissatisfaction. I was done with it all. Adulting as it happened really sucks. This veil of discontent enveloped me as I parked and headed into the store. Later, as I was instructing one of my staff about restocking, I heard a shrill, "I want to talk to your manager." I inhaled deeply, pasted a pleasant expression onto my face, and approached the dissatisfied customer. I politely inquired, "I'm the manager here. How may I help you?" The customer, a short, prim and proper woman with a seriously starched 1960s hairdo, seething with anger, thrust an empty soup container in my direction and demanded a refund. She had bought it from our store and claimed to have found a hair at the bottom of her bowl as she was finished her meal. I calmly and professionally explained our company refund policy to her. Unfortunately, we couldn't issue a refund since she had already consumed the soup. Her reaction to this was less than pleasant. With a look of disgust, a scream of frustration, she, to my shock, flung the empty container at my face and stormed off. It was then that something inside me snapped. I'm so done! That was the day I handed in my 2-week notice. As the days of that fortnight crawled by, "Don't Stop Believin'" played on an endless loop in my head. Perhaps it was a sign of good things to come. In anticipation of my last day, I spent my evenings curled on the lounge binge-watching videos and dreaming of my next career move. Somehow, I found myself deep diving into dog training videos. I was fascinated by the technique of positive-only training. It was touted as the latest science-backed approach to dog training. It had to be good, right? So I dove in and absorbed as much as I could, enveloping myself in a world that had always fascinated me. The stress of the upcoming last day was starting to ebb, replaced by a cautious hope. I had forgotten what that felt like. In my quest for knowledge, I stumbled upon a dog behaviourist based in Sydney, Australia, named George Tran. He had worked with thousands of clients struggling with dog behaviour issues, and his approach intrigued me. Rather than all positive, his approach was leadership-based, balanced training. I followed George, learned about his work, his methods, and his philosophy. I followed his social media platforms, watched so many of his videos, and read about his success in training and rehabilitating dogs, even those with extreme behavior issues. It was inspiring. His teachings began to reshape my understanding of dogs and natural dog behavior. I began to feel something I'd been missing for a while: excitement and a sense of purpose. As I immersed myself in the world of dogs, I began following several dog rescue groups. To my dismay, I found the reality heartbreaking. Every rescue was overwhelmed, struggling to accommodate more dogs. The recent pandemic had led to a surge in dog adoptions as people sought companionship during isolation. But as society returned to normal, the pendulum swung the other way, with dogs being surrendered at an alarming rate. This tragic situation has been exacerbated by the ongoing housing crisis. With inflation soaring and interest rates climbing, many people have been forced to downsize or move in with family, often at the expense of their dogs. As a result, thousands of dogs are being surrendered or euthanized. What struck me as even more disturbing was the underlying cause of many of these surrenders: behavioral issues. Unsocialized pandemic puppies struggled with problems like barking and leash reactivity, making them difficult to rehome. Sadly, most people are unaware that dog behaviorists even exist. When they encounter behavior issues, their first instinct is to consult a vet, who often diagnoses these problems as anxiety and prescribes anti-anxiety drugs. This is like going to an electrician for a plumbing problem. The result is a population of unruly, untrained, and over-medicated dogs, whose issues could have been addressed with the right behavioral guidance. The enormity of the problem is overwhelming, but it has only strengthened my resolve. I'm determined to learn everything I can about dog behavior and training so that, in my own small way, I can make a difference.
This marks the end of Chapter 1. Please like and subscribe so you can be notified of the next chapter when we release it.